SunWest's EQUO DPA program may be used for the purchase of primary residence only. It's available in all states except New York, Virgin Islands, Washington, Guam, Northern Mariana Islands, and American Samoa. The program works with first lien FHA standard and jumbo loans with 30-year fixed amortization. Assistance amount is either 3.5 or 5% of the lesser of purchase price or appraised value. Funds can be used for down payment and/or closing cost assistance and is attached as a second lien to the property. The amount is repayable over 120 months or 10 years, and interest on the amount is 2% higher than the first mortgage. The assistance is due upon transfer, sale, or refinance of the first lien. Eligible properties include 1-unit residences, 2 to 4 units, FHA-approved condominiums, and manufactured homes, both single-wide and double-wide. There are no limits on purchase price or borrower's income. LTV and CLTV are 96.5% and 105% respectively. Assistance is available for both first-time and non-first-time homebuyers. Homebuyers can be U.S. citizens, permanent resident alien, or non-permanent resident. Borrowers with DACA status are also allowed. Minimum credit score is 580, though non-traditional credit is also allowed. This program has a flexible debt-to-income ratio, and manual underwrite is allowed in accordance to FHA guidelines. Co-signers and non-occupying co-borrowers are also allowed. All borrowers do need to get a home buyer education certificate from Money Management or Framework. A verification of rent VOR or verification of mortgage is required to determine the housing payment shock. Pause to review the housing payment shock guidelines shown here. Borrowers who lived separately prior to purchasing a home together can combine previous housing payments to determine the payment shock. If these housing payment shock requirements are met, there are no additional requirements. Follow AUS or manual underwrite guidelines. If the housing payment shock requirements are not met, the loan must meet the guidelines shown here. Press pause to read. If the FICO score is greater or equal to 660, there are no restrictions on housing payment history and reserves. At least one occupying borrower should have a minimum of 2 active trade lines that are reviewed for at least 12 months. Authorized accounts are not counted towards this requirement. Additional co-borrowers or co-applicants should have a minimum of 1 trade line in the credit report that is reviewed for at least 12 months. Authorized accounts are not counted towards this requirement. If you have questions about this or any other SunWest loan program, go to angelai.com to obtain the guidelines in their entirety.